Though only 13 kilometers in width, the Northumberland Strait now separates most terrestrial mammal populations in PEI from the adjacent mainland. Surrounded by salt water and isolated on an island, populations of PEI mammals are particularly vulnerable to human impacts. Thus, PEI has an unenviable record of extirpated mammal species, which include the woodland caribou, wolf, black bear, American marten, river otter, Canada lynx, and Atlantic walrus. The presence of seals along the PEI coast and in nearby waters was noted in early European accounts beginning in the early 18th century. Unfortunately, the species were not identified, and even general appearance was not reported. However, some of these accounts undoubtedly refer to the harbor seal, which was noted to be very common in rivers and harbors. Another larger species was presumably the harp seal, which appeared on floating ice in the spring. Considering its current abundance, it is interesting that the much larger gray seal was not noted in early records. Seals in general were harvested for their skins for clothing and tethers, oil for light and heat, and meat by the Mi'kmaq, and in the early years of settlement by the European newcomers. The striped skunk is usually passive and not very concerned with human presence. Its tail is carried low, but when threatened by people, dogs, or other predators, it will first growl, grunt, or hiss, arch its back, and then raise the tail straight up. The self-defense of one litter of striped skunks involved 4 young that together formed an X, emphatically displaying their black and white pelage to a human intruder. The small skunks kept their snouts to the center and their musk glands to the outside.